Howdy y'all, Michael here. Today is Saturday, March 15th, 2025, and we are live. It may take a little while to get some people on here, but I am at the Go Kid Challenge here. Let me swing this camera around, let you see. But we'll wait for some people to show up here. So this is I forgot how many years the Go Kid Challenge is going. So this lady would know. Heidi, how many years have we had the Go Kid Challenge going?
We are in our 7th annual. Oh, it's a microphone.
I got a.
Hi. We are in our 7th annual Go Kid Challenge. That's this year. Next year will be number 8. And there was even a year we did it was COVID.
So how do we do it? COVID or didn't do it?
Well, we kind of did it.
Oh, radio 6 feet apart. Okay,
yeah,
there you
and
go.
it was a very small turnout, but it did occur. That was, a matter of fact, the year that my husband and I were sick, and only Kelly ran it.
Right.
Yeah. No, 7 years. Completely.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's growing strong. It fluctuates in people that participate versus people who just come out and be a guest. So this year, looks like we've got about 10 participants, and we are on the, it's like the 15 guests so far.
Mm-hmm.
Runs till noon, so we still have a lot more time for people to come out.
It's a little light this year, but yesterday we had a wicked dust storm.
Oh, yes.
And if you could hear the raspiness in my voice, that is from that.
Yeah, and I will say it's clearing up. I can see blue sky in the sun, so the dust is disappearing, which is wonderful. Now compare this to last year in the rain and 43 degrees.
Yeah, it was a little nippy last year.
It was cold last year. This year it's 65, a bit of a breeze, but it's nice out. I would like to have more people come today.
Yeah, last year I think this field over here on the left here was filled up with tons of operators there.
Yeah.
And then the rain came in, so they all had to come in. So we didn't have them all demonstrating.
You remember how
work.
we almost got hit with lightning and the thunder shower last year?
Right? I remember it was.
Yeah, we were
coming down pretty heavy.
Everybody off that field as fast as we could because when it came in fast. So, yeah.
Well, very cool. Thank
you.
you. And we're gonna be moving on here and kind of sticking cameras in front of faces right here. So we do have a couple other YouTubers out here. A couple, I say. There's Prep and Paul running away from me right now. We got Mike KM8RD with Ham Radio Tube right there. And who else do we have here? Tank Radio is here somewhere. And I'm not sure where he is hiding right now. But there's a couple of stations out here in the field. Oh, there's Tank. He's out there, way out there in the field there. Oh, let's get this gimbal working right. But we're going to come see D.
This is my mobile base. Got a little mag mount on it. It sticks pretty well there. But it solar charges a small battery in here. That's basically one of these guys, but bigger. I've got the tower node over here. We just moved into the Williams Tower in Houston. So it's going to be on the 51st floor. We've done some testing. Pretty good. That's some pretty good elevation for a radio of any kind.
So what do those things do?
These are the pocket nodes. The personal nodes. So this is what you want to carry around. This will be your one that connects to your phone or your computer.
Oh, okay.
And the application itself, they can be standalone. They have some that have a screen and a keyboard on them.
Sort of just like a hotspot?
No. They're basically 915 megahertz mesh networking.
Oh, okay.
So you see the other people that are around me here.
Right.
Shows them last time I saw them. Obviously see all mine. But it's basically text messaging. You can do.
Yeah, you can set that up in a field and have a wide area set up for a group if you wanted to.
So yeah, it's a very easy to deploy for something like that. There's a program called Attn. It's not new, but it's starting to gain popularity in the military, especially with all the Silvus nodes and these things that can do real-time video and LiDAR ground to air. Even these can integrate into that.
Huh.
So you can have sensors on these guys for humidity, noise, light levels. location, obviously, and that stuff can come into ATAC and build a grid of where your team is at in ATAC based off these nodes. So you don't need a $30,000 Silvus node that's got all the special encryption and anti-jamming technology. There is a poor man's option.
So this is D. He's a regular guest on the Prep Hall. Well, you're a regular contributor as far as chat on the Prep Hall channel. So if you check out our live streams on the Prep Hall channel at 8:30. It kind of varies from week to week.
Yeah.
And this is Walter over here. You've seen Walter on the Prep Hall channel as well. So.
And this is where I met him, Prep Hall.
That's right. That's right.
I met Jason and Mike at my first Hamfest, and then I met Paul here at this one that year when I came out. Been fun.
So, very cool. I love the setup. It's fully deployable. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, that's what I try to strive for. I mean, obviously, you can have the new official Ham Radio 2.0 bag of holding. This thing is doomed incarnate. But you can definitely stuff it full of stuff. And it opens up all the way.
Holy cow.
This is what you don't want to have to carry around with you when you're deploying in the field.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you want somebody else carrying for you.
This is the emergency reserve bag, but it's definitely a doom bag of holding.
So, well, appreciate it, man. Thanks, D. And we're going to walk around here a little bit more. I've been filming here and there. Speaking of filming,
What is up?
Tank Radio.
Radio! What's going on? I'm Frank, KG5HJ on Tank Radio. I gotta be careful. I don't want that to fall. What's going on? How are y'all doing over there?
We're doing all right, Frank. So, picked on any favorites? You didn't enter this year.
Did
You
not
were in
enter.
last year, but not this year.
Well, in order to really participate, you got to be by your station to help promote and explain anything what's going on and showing it off. And I'm walking around doing all the video stuff. That didn't really happen, so I thought I'd just slim it up and just do video this year. But maybe next year I'll just sit down and participate and try to get that People's Choice Award.
That's right. Do something pretty, man.
I will. All
right.
Well, thank y'all.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks, man. All right. So it is a beautiful day today. Dust storms did make it a lot smaller than it was last year. Last year we had rainstorms and a big old lightning crash. But there was one station set up over here, and I don't see anybody out here to give us a tour of it. But there it is, a little backpack station. You see the little backpack right there. But man, it's feeling really nice out here, folks. So if you can get out here, I think we're running until about noon, and then noon they start giving out all the prizes and such. So I haven't checked that station out just yet. But let's go up here, back in the main area, and see what we got going on. So I might have a little wobble on my gimbal here. It is a little heavy. I'm using the new mic system. Oh, here we go. We're going to have our friend here show his setup. He's just got a little VHF UHF setup. So, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing all right. So this is a good friend of mine, and we're going to see your setup.
Sure.
By the way, we are live, so watch your mouth.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Well, I've
never heard him cuss.
I have a small battery box here with a small 16 amp hour battery. It'll power my inexpensive 2 meter 70 centimeter transceiver. It's a TYT T8 8600, and it'll do 2 meter FM and 70 centimeter or 440. I have a little battery charger. I don't charge the battery when I'm around doing any RF because those sorts of small battery chargers are really noisy.
Extremely noisy.
Extremely noisy.
So what size battery is it again?
I think it's a 12 or 16 amp hour, very small. But
Oh, okay.
It'll run. This small radio doesn't pull that much. And then for an antenna today, I have a military mast with a tripod enhancement.
Right.
And then I've got some skyhook cleat at the bottom to hold the line for my pulley system. And at the top I have of this military mast system. It's for camouflage. So I've taken one of those camouflage holders and I've added some eye bolts so I can lift up a payload to the top. And the reason I did that is this is an aluminum mast, so I need to get the antenna, since it's to the side away from the antenna for better transmission. It'll be more omnidirectional, and that's a little J-pole made out of 400 or 300 ohm, 400 ohm twin lead, and it's a dual band, kind of a zip antenna, 2 meters, 70 centimeters. Mm-hmm. And I just use the pulley to lift it up and down, and that's running into my mast.
Right. And then you told me about this off camera when we were filming the regular episode.
Yeah, I decided I bought this. It's a ceiling cleaning kit. I saw it and I said, well, that would probably make a good mast. I think I paid $6 for it, and so I decided to see how it would work. So this extends up, and I had a old piece of scrap metal that I used to hold the base, and then of course it'll tilt over. I could always add a guy lines, but I just made a little gadget out of PVC pipe to hold it upright. So this is another alternative antenna if I wanted to really be small and not have to mess with that large of an antenna. This would get a little bit of elevation for better propagation. So
very cool. Thank you very much.
And I'm KR8X.
Well, awesome. Tell us your name.
David Strickland, KR8X from Frisco, Texas.
There you go. You got to always put your name with your call, man.
That's right.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're going to walk around here some more and learn a little bit more. Oh, did you go home and get your radio, sir?
I would like to, but it's a few miles from here.
Oh, you had it with you after all?
That's not mine.
Oh, that's not yours. No, that's not yours. Okay, there's yours. We saw that at the what was that? The Countdown Ham Fest.
Yeah.
So very cool. So there's an armor lock case right there. So I thought it was his. It's not.
I don't know who's
No, that's Paul's. I recognize this.
That's Paul's. It's got digi-rig on it.
Yeah. Yeah, Prep and Paul's going to try to throw something together here at the last minute. So let's walk over here. Now, Dell's been keeping us hooked up with the coffee. We really appreciate Dell for doing that. Looks like he kind of took down part of his setup here. And
I'm a photographer, but I'm
so this was a neat setup. This is Penny. Penny, we're live on YouTube.
Well, hi.
And tell us about your rig here. She gets to hold the dead cat.
I get
She's
to hold the
obsessed
dead
with
cat.
the dead cats.
Okay. Okay, this is, I got the specs right here. It's got GPS in it, APRS. If you actually look up or if you have the APRS app, you will notice that WHGNL is there somewhere, but here right now. And it's connected to this, wires going through this tube. Okay, it goes down underneath here, connects to the radio. And I got the
mic right there.
Yes. Why am I having a hard time remembering mic today? Yeah, the mic right here. And basically, the reason I have this set up as a disabled person, there's certain places I can't go in this chair. And I can't afford one of those scooters for a disabled person. So this is a basic scooter that you can get at different scooter stores. It cost me about $350 something. And it's an electric scooter. It's got a battery underneath here. And it plugs in. It goes about 20 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
And it's got a little bell.
Oh, ding. Love that.
Yeah. So I told my boyfriend, Bill, KM5EZ, that I wanted a radio on that. Because we couldn't put one on here. You could see it's just not doable. And I said, hey, I want a radio on this. And abracadabra, there you go.
Well, very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
And that's the battery's in the box. And I said, well,
I believe
where's the
so. I mean, if
speaker?
you wanna-
And she said, what's inside the box? I'm like, well, can
I
you
think-
really hear it that well?
Yeah.
Holy cow, was
Yeah.
it loud and clear. So,
I don't know what he has in here, so I'll look because I could be wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. Battery's in here. I thought it was in the box.
okay.
I lied to you.
Okay. I do like the pink antenna. That's a nice touch there. So,
Yeah. So, yeah, I like it. I think he did a good job.
okay. Well, very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a lovely day.
How you do? All right, fine. Okay, we're going to walk around a little bit more. Now, you heard us talk about the Skyhook with David Strickland's setup, and this is another rig, but this one's not entered, but it's here every year because Scott and Kelly both have their own setups going here. And this is the Skyhook system, so this is really cool. If you watch my video on, what was it, the Countdown Hamfest, you can see how all this is set up here and how they can adjust and use the antennas to pull them up and down here. So, and here's another version of that, using the arrows and the singers where you can raise and lower it. But this one is one of my favorites because it looks like an old ship trunk, you know, back in the days of the White Star Line. But fortunately, this one is the Grand Star Line. It didn't sink. And it was from New York to Southampton, so, which I believe was the Titanic route itself. But Kelly made that. In fact, he's got cedar planks in here, and I just love the rustic wood look to that. So, good job, Kelly. It's a great start to a Go box here. But we also have a mobile category here, and let me just play around with this a little bit. The mobile category is one of my favorite categories. You can do some neat setups on a mobile rig. Now I know there's more than this as far as mobile rigs. Prep and Paul has one good setup, but did we lose Scott?
Scott is out checking on the other Go kits.
Okay, let me
I
switch
can tell
over
you
here.
A little bit about his.
Okay.
Not much.
Well, this is Scott's, and
So yeah, this is Scott in N5FKU. This is his kit, his Jeep. So he's got it set up to where he's got a fold-down shelf here in the tailgate, so it folds down. He's got a 7100 set up here, so he's got all bands, all modes. The chair attaches to the trailer hitch, and he can take it out, but it gives him a place to sit while he's operating. The shade shelter is very nice. Helps keep wind out of your, keeps the sun out of your eyes.
It's a bat wing, so it actually starts around here, and you just swing it out, and it's a huge, huge shade. Very nice setup.
And then it also has a curtain that you can attach to it to help shield from the wind, or if you've got rain coming down or whatever, you've got some additional shielding. In addition to that, he's got another second Go kit that's here inside the truck. That so you know, what's the saying? One is none, two is one.
That's right.
So he's set up and good to go with that. So, and of course he's got operating stations up in the front of the vehicle as well.
Of course. So, well, thank you, Kelly, for mentioning Scott. We'll have Scott on here in a second if he shows back up. And Scott brought donuts, and to me, that's cheating for bringing donuts.
No, it's not. Did you get his Delta loop?
Did you get the tactical?
Oh yes, we got to show the Delta loop. Hang on.
He's got a cool antenna up there.
It's actually turned a little bit, but that is a Delta loop. It's self-adjusting apparently. The wind tells it where it needs to go. But there's a wire between the two tops of those antennas, so it does a upside down triangle, I guess you'd say. But Sean, you're up now. So what is your setup?
Oh, my setup's pretty easy. It's just a Yaesu 7800 and a Yaesu 891.
By the way, let's promo your channel before we get into this.
Come follow me on WTF Radio. That's WTF.REYDIO.
So like Radio. There you go. There you go.
I just kind of do break everything down in ham radio and make it, kind of like ham radio for dummies.
All right, well, show us your setup, man. Let's go take a look at this.
So, Just have a diamond antenna for VHF, UHF on an NMO mount. Run into the Yaesu 7800. Then I have an ATOS running to the 891.
I love this ATOS.
It
Beautiful
is
antenna.
a sweet antenna.
And you got it on a mag mount right here.
It's sitting on a mag mount.
3 magnets, so it's not going to move very easy.
And that's the plan of it.
So, if you want to open the door and show us the inside of this glory?
Sure. So, as you see inside, 891's hooked up to a external battery, so it doesn't kill the battery in the car. Also have a CB in here. The antenna's not on the car, but it's there. Have a tablet mount for either looking up radars if I'm out storm chasing or spotting, or I can pull up loggers for NetLogger or POTA activations, that kind of thing. So I do that off a tablet.
So Colin's asking, what the hell is that red car? We don't have them here. Colin in DK land. He's in Australia.
This is a Kia Soul.
It's got some soul there.
It's got some soul. I call it the Soul Chaser.
Hey, he says, especially with the steering wheel on the wrong side of the vehicle.
Yeah, that's we drive on the wrong side of the road too for you too. That makes
there you go. We drive on the right side because it's the correct side.
I would agree to that, but the rest of the world's going to say it's no.
All right, and Cliff, man, I'm sorry you missed this year. Cliff brought the Milwaukee pack
Cliff,
out last year.
We're missing you, man. We're missing you.
So, Kia Soul, and we do have red cars in the States.
Yes, we do.
So, yeah, if you remember the hamsters driving, that was the Kia Soul.
Yes.
Was that their commercial for a bit?
Yes, this is. People have called this the radio hamster mobile. Sometimes.
There you go. The radio hamster.
The radio hamster.
You got a name for your car now.
No, it's the Soul Chaser.
The red radio hamster.
The
there you
red
go.
radio hamster. Wow. Okay, you got 2 names now. Congratulations. All right. Well, all you guys, guess we're live. So all you guys out in YouTube land, like I said, come follow me on WTF.radio.
REYDIO.
Yeah, don't spell radio because
that's a whole different set of channels.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything to do with ham radio, by the way.
Nope.
So.
Or better yet, I can do you one better.
What do you got?
We will share this on. There you guys go.
Oh, there you go. So get your camera phone ready. There you go. That's his channel. Very nice, man. I need to do that with some business cards. I actually did it for a while. I don't know what I did with them. So,
there you go.
All right, man. Take care, man.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna go walk over here, and Prep Hemp Paul is showing his setup, and he wasn't even entering. He decided he was going to do a.
I had to run a net.
Right. So.
I had to run a net at 9 o'clock.
So you got the magnet, you got the clip, or you can just hold it.
Yeah, so what I did was, I don't have a magnet.
The magnet's on the back already.
So, no, I don't have anything here.
Oh.
Or what do you do?
No, you take the magnet, yeah, you take the magnet off, you can put it behind your shirt, or you can just clip it. There you
go. So what I was going to do for an NVIS net, right, you want that, you want the radio waves to kind of bounce kind of straight up and get more closer. But so I was hoping to be able to tilt this, but it didn't quite tilt as much as I wanted. So I thought, what's the point? And I just left it like this, and it worked. I was able to hit Fort Worth, Allen, Oklahoma, South Fort Worth. So it worked for, you know, kind of the area communications. But if I knew it wasn't going to tilt, I would have just left it on the truck, because this normally goes on the truck here. So, but anyway, this is the Skyhook, the Hamstop Skyhook, and it mounts right into my tripod. So I'm going to play a lot more with this thing here. It's kind of fun.
So, and is that the same 8 test for your truck? I know you got a couple of them, but this is what it normally rounds here.
Yeah, I took it off of here and just extended it. That's what's cool about this, is I can just extend it out to any radio. I was going to set up an end-fed wire that would have gone to that pole up on a fiberglass tripod, but I forgot my BNC connector, so that wasn't happening.
I know Cliff's on here. Colin from VK's on here. We miss you, Cliff. Wish you could have.
Hey, Cliff. Colin.
Brought it.
I'm going to do a live stream. Oh, are you live streaming?
I am live
Oh,
streaming.
then I don't need to do a live stream. All right.
Now, Prep
up,
and Paul
guys?
still needs to do a live stream, man. I think you're doing good here.
I haven't even looked at all the radios yet. I've only looked at Scott's, so I got to check out everybody's radios.
So I haven't looked at, well, Scott wasn't there. But
Oh,
Colin,
yeah,
I just
Kelly
want you to
was sitting
see
here.
his steering wheel's on the correct side there.
Yeah, Colin, it's over there.
That's the way it should be, right?
Here, Kelly wanted to see the antenna review I did yesterday.
And that was pretty cool.
That's that
$30 bucks.
That's the
$30 bucks.
So that's the whole thing right there, guys. You just rubber band it, put it together, and then those come off and whatever. But anyway, yeah. And then I got the end-fed Reliance antennas, bug out mini. That's what I was going to do as a sloper here, but I needed the BNC, and I think I didn't bring the Jeep today.
Yeah, I'm sure Frank's sad over that. So.
All right, here.
Starting to build up, man. It's feeling very nice out there. We do have the Toyota Tundra Limited here, so there you go.
All right.
Oh,
stream on.
Stream on. There's Scott.
Yeah, I'm back.
Scott, Kelly gave a tour of your place, so.
Yeah, I said he did a better job of selling my stuff than I do.
So this is Scott. Now, I think we did a video. When was the last time we did that? That's like 2 years ago. Men playing with radios. And you're still playing with radios.
Yeah, that was ICOM 7000. You just gotten it, and we took it out, connected it up to a Wolf River coil out at a local park, and made contacts, and everything was working great. Hooked it up to the Jackery, which is out here today, and powering this radio. This is an ICOM 7100, all band, all mode. I'll readily admit, Michael, I do not have the ice plan plugged into it. I neglected
Shame
that.
on you.
But I've also got like 4 other radios here that have the ice plan in it, so I'm not worried about that. But this does, it's connected up to a Chameleon tactical delta loop, which does 6 through 160 meters.
Yeah, that's what we were looking at there. And it self-adjusts. I noticed the wind likes to turn it a little bit.
Yeah, it does. That's why I put the bungee on it, the redneck tie down. But it's a great antenna. It needs a tuner for 6 and 160, but it doesn't need a tuner for anything else. I do have a tuner on this radio. It's a match tuner that comes with the radio. I don't have to push a tune button. It just takes care of it. The antenna also does NVIS on 40 and 80 meters, and I've had contacts on those, so I've had really great luck with the setup. And with the canopy and everything, I can go anywhere I need to. I didn't pull out my portable meal making setup. Didn't even bring it out today, but I can use one of those peak fuel water heaters and cook up some freeze-dried food and play radio all day long.
I got that same setup in I got a bag in the back of my truck that I can set that up with, so it works quite well. But you're using peak fuel. I'm using, what was it called? The jet boil. That's what I'm using.
Yeah.
So it does its job very well. So I think you got the whole media out here, because here's Frank again.
Yeah, we got Frank out here as well.
What is up?
So, and he's got a gimbal just like mine.
Yep. Hey,
so
if it's not broke, don't fix it.
OM5, it's been a good gimbal for me. All right. Yep. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So let's walk a little bit more. Can I put you on the live stream? You want to be on the live stream? Okay. So introduce. Hang on a second. Let me take it back off mute. All right, there you go. So introduce yourself.
Good morning, Joey Wilson. I'm new to everything. Haven't taken my test yet. Hoping to take the technician in the next month or two.
So, why are you interested in ham radio?
I've always been interested. I've got a bunch of tube radios. I've been interested in that for years. Have a couple Holocraptors at home, and just something I've always wanted to do. Just the timing was never right, so here we are, trying to get into this and figure it all out.
Well, I saw you at Skywarn.
Yes.
And so you're trying to learn everything you can, and I do appreciate that. So
for sure.
So you're saying you're going to take the test in the next month or two?
That's what my hope is.
How are you studying?
I'm using hamstudy.org.
Okay.
Going through all of the questions on there, and I'm about 60% there right now. So trying to get tips on that too.
Okay. Well, very cool. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Look forward to hearing your new call sign here
For
soon.
sure. Thank you, sir.
So, thank you so much. All right, let's get back in here, see what kind of trouble we can get into. Down, that is Pen Paul's radio. I knew it was. But we're gonna walk in a little bit more. I see there's still more stations being set up. But oh, Scott's being judgmental again.
He's trolling around on 20.
Okay, and he's got this amazing. Can you hang on to that, sir?
No, he's going to make radio contact.
So we'll just have him do that. He's going to try to attempt a radio contact. We're going to see it live. So just so you can see a setup here. And you'll still be able to hear him because he's got the wireless mic. But this is his base. It's got lights on it, so people can see it at night. They're not going to trip over it. It's got safety tape everywhere. And it's a 17-foot whip, if I recall correctly. And that's the same coil I got, the Wolf River coil. But everybody has to make contacts on their radios as part of the contest here.
You know, Stanley call sign.
Virginia QSL party.
I can't understand the call. Can you? Kilo 4 Hotel Papa KO5Z.
That's Colin saying his power grid went down for 17 hours, no power, internet, or phones. Only the backup power and
Kilowatt
radios.
Oscar 5 Zulu.
I had comms. Okay, back on after 24 hours ago.
Yeah, Kilowatt Oscar 5 Zulu. I'm doing a radio check here at a gathering. Just wondering if I was getting out. Yeah, this Kilowatt Oscar 5 Zulu. Hotel Papa KO5Z. I know she heard me.
She just shut down.
She just shut down.
Story of my life right there.
Grab another one.
Well, she heard me because you heard her call come back at my call.
Trying to get Mike a good video here.
Well, we're live.
CQ20, CQ20,
102 degrees in Australia right now.
Charlie Foxtrot, this KO5Z. Roger, 59 North Texas. QSL?
Did the band just drop?
That was short and sweet.
I think the band has died.
I think it did too. He heard me. He gave me a 5.5.
Okay, so that counts. All right, appreciate it. So y'all let me know how the audio's doing. We're doing a new setup here, using a new deal. And this is ultra portable. I like this. Do you mind?
Yes, sir.
So tell us who you are and tell us about your rig.
My name's Lance, KM6LMP. Which rig you want to talk about? We've got both of them. We do have a UHF VHF dual band, the FTM 300, so we've got a chance to do crossband repeat as well as local repeaters and wires X. We do have a built-in 20 amp hour battery to suffice your needs. We have auxiliary input, selectable by our switch in the middle, so you can go on battery power or external power along with the USB port for charging. We chose this method just because it's super portable and it makes it for an easy deployment if needed. Part of the challenge initially was getting the right angle on the radio, and in search for the right angle, turned out that a rubber doorstop from Home Depot was the proper angle that I
there
needed.
You go. Something simple. I love it.
I mimicked that for using HDPE for the mounting, including on the faceplate here, that heating up the edges to be able to bend it and make it look nice. This is a potential go kit for our club. The next one that we did as to replace our club radios was using the stack, a modular pack that we can get from Home Depot or such forth, stack pack similar to the Milwaukee pack-out boxes, using the 710 radio because it's one of the few ones that could fit that had all the bands that we wanted to work with. With that, we have a small audio amplifier splitter so that multiple people can listen to the radio at the same time without disturbing other people. In the lower box, we have our battery, cables, power supply, headsets, foot switch, etc. Underneath the radio, we've got all the ports that go to the back so that you don't have to take out the back of the radio to get to everything you need to plug in, as in your cat controls, mouse controls, CW, or other such items that are needed.
See, Cliff, you're an inspiration, man, with the pack outs. So appreciate you bringing that last year. Cliff couldn't make it this year, but he had a Milwaukee pack out kit.
Right.
It was pretty nice.
I remember that last year, and it was very impressive. Yes, he did a great job.
So is that what inspired you to do this?
That was part of it, plus we needed to replace our Go kits for our club, just because the previous one weighed in about 75 pounds, and that really wasn't a Go kit. It was more of a haul kit.
Yeah,
so we decided this one with the wheels on it, so it's easily transportable.
Yeah,
as
I love
well
that.
as, because it's the stack pack, it's modular, so that we can add other boxes if needed. If we need to do a battery box,
guys.
we do include the battery in the bottom, so if you had an deployment for some reason, you can plug in your battery, you're immediately on the air, and you can do what you need to do. We've got the power supply as you're waiting for external power source, as in generator, utility, or whatever else is needed. What else? It's all very modular. We're going to be building 3 total.
Oh, nice.
The front plastic panel, we are going to be replacing with a matte finish panel along with the other 2 kits. We're going to do different colors so we can say we've got the red kit, the yellow kit, or the black kit to go with us wherever we need to be.
Very nice.
Each section weighs in right about 32 pounds, so it makes it that much more portable, easy to detach. You can pull off each section and set it on a table or wherever you need it for your portability.
So Cliff is watching from the couch. So where y'all located?
We're part of the McKinney Radio Club over in
Okay.
McKinney, Texas. And I think we've got a wonderful club, so please come join us.
Okay, well, very cool. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is a great set of kits right there. So
slides in.
Oh wow!
For the cover to close.
Very nice, very nice. Appreciate that. That's so cool.
There you go.
All right,
thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye. All right. So let's see. Looks like he is up and running now. Came by earlier, did it on the main episode, but howdy.
How are you doing?
Doing all right. So tell us who you are and your setup here, if you don't mind.
Sure. I'm Dominic, WW3K from Arlington, Texas, running FT8 on a Yaesu FT710, 100 watts into a homebrew 17-meter end-fed half wave on a carbon fiber pole, and running 20-meter sideband on a ICOM 7100 and a Commander 7100 box made by Hardin Power Systems out of Pulaski, Tennessee, on a Surveyor's tripod with a 17-foot
Oh, let me
vertical
show you
and a couple
that
of
there.
tuned radials.
So that's a surveyor's tripod.
Yes, sir.
Running a 17-foot right there, 20 meters. And I want to look at this. This is so nice. And they custom built make these for each radio.
Right. Right now they
So-
do the Commander 7100, which is for the ICOM 7100. It's got a built-in 20 amp hour battery, solar charge controller, its own battery charger. You plug it right into the mains there. It's got a power in, power out, Anderson power poles, USB. It'll accept up to 60 watts of solar. Whereas before you had just the one speaker that fires behind the panel of the 7100, now you have 2 3-watt speakers, and the ability, if you have, you could plug headphones in here and shut the speakers off and just listen on headphones if you're operating, multi with other operators around, so they don't have to listen to you. Right now I'm running 40 watts of panels charging the battery, and the whole morning I've only used about 3 amps of current. The 7100 only draws about 0.75 to 0.9 amps when it's receiving, whereas my 891 draws about 1.5 amps. So
Right.
this is a lot more energy friendly than.
A lot more energy friendly than my IC7000. I'll tell you that. That thing
they-
that thing is a hog when it
Really?
comes to energy. Yes. But I mean, that's an older radio. So who makes this again?
Hardin Power Systems out of Pulaski, Tennessee. You could go to Universal Power Systems or Hardin Power Systems. Just Google it and it'll come right up. They take a while. They make it for this. They used to make one for the ICOM 7200. They make them for the 891, the 857, the 7100, and then a lot of Midland GMRS stuff. They do a lot.
Yeah,
for
I've seen
that.
the GMRS ones advertised.
And they have a lot of accessories. It takes a little while. I'm sure they'll make anything if you talk to them and are willing to pay for it. It takes a little while to get them, especially if it's made to order. But there's nothing else. I've had 7100 on its own. I've had it in different boxes. Nothing was as small and as just grab it and go as this Fat 50 ammo can.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And Colin, good morning, sir. Colin's in VK land. He's in Australia right now. And, a few minutes ago, he said it's 2:11 a.m. here Sunday, but I'm enjoying this stream. So it's got good content at this Go Kid Challenge every year. It's a lot of amazing creativity here. But he's running FT8 right now.
It was until my sound card decided to.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be a ham radio unless something goes wrong.
Exactly.
But we'll get it up and running here again. So it looks like he's doing a full reboot here, but thank you, man. I love the setup. I really love the setup. But we're gonna go on to this next station over here.
Alrighty.
And
Great to meet you. Thanks so much.
thank you so much. And we're gonna go down here. I guess we'll go this route. This is the only one that actually set up in the field. I think everybody else would wish they were in the field. Last year it was raining, so everybody that got in the pavilion were the smart people. But let me see if I can get down here and get this guy set up before they move on. Now judging is going to be at noon Central Time, but we're gonna come see what we got here. We got is that the radio or the antenna right there? The orange flags. So whose setup is this? Bill, is this yours, sir?
This is me.
All right, Bill, we are live on YouTube. Show us what you got going. All right.
Okay, Kilo Mike 5 Victor Zulu, FT891, Potopack. I got the Armor Lock cage and a 7.5 amp hour battery in the Armor Lock that attaches the bottom. It's just not attached yet. Got digi-rig for the DR91, A91 on that. Little Panasonic Tough Pad over there to do digital.
Okay.
Okay. Photo 20. Everything fits in that backpack, including the Chameleon infed sloper.
Okay, so that is the
That's an
antenna.
8010 infed sloper. Lightweight is what they call it. I only have the 40-meter section on it. Okay, and then when I was having issues with my digital setup, because it's the first time I'm doing digital out here in the field and nothing works, I went ahead and put up an Ed Fong Kenwood FD V71.
A little ladder line antenna there.
Yeah. And a V71 for 2 meter.
Okay, very cool.
And that's got the battery pack attached on the bottom. And it's still an armor lock.
And it all fits in a couple bags?
Yeah, this is a 2 meter, 70 centimeter, get out and go. This is my HF. Get out and go.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's a nice setup. So, got a few people on here, including Colin from Australia. Cliff is here. Cliff had the pack out last year. What was it? Milwaukee. Sorry, Cliff. I'm forgetting already. And you inspired an entry this year, so that's pretty cool. So I love this. Our armor lock's huge.
This is my POTA kit.
Okay, very cool. So those who don't know, POTA is Parks on the Air, which is a huge thing. We had Texas State Parks on the Air. I've done videos on that, and that predated POTA. But now there's hundreds of thousands of parks around the world that are part of POTA now. So, lots of fun out there. So Colin is in the summertime. We've been too hot to be out in the open. 107 degrees, and it's going to be 80 tomorrow. Sounds like us. It's what, 60 now?
Yeah, 65. Probably.
65, and earlier,
64.
So yesterday it was 87. It was like upper 80s, and it's going to be in the 40s today. So.
Welcome to Texas. If you don't like the weather, just wait.
Just wait 5 minutes. The weather's going to change on you. Snow today. Heat wave tomorrow.
No, it wasn't snow yesterday. It was sand. It's not kind of the same.
Oh yeah, we had the sandstorm yesterday. We had.
Dust bowl.
There we go. All right. Well, thank y'all very much. That's very cool. I appreciate that. So we got the two Pauls here chatting. You've seen both of them on videos. Still doing the live stream,
this
man.
Way, not the other way, so don't get offended.
Okay, there you go. Make sure you're facing forward with that, sir.
I was going to come photobomb your stream.
Okay. D looks like he's operating out here. Go look at D's, and then we have one more radio station, I believe. And we'll end the stream there. But nice, cool breeze, 65 degrees on a March day. This is our beginning of our spring. We've already had severe weather once, so.
You want the antenna to.
And he's got the antenna strapped to the tree.
Yeah, but
That's a nice.
6 foot off the ground.
Right.
Currently getting out at negative 14 decibels.
Kelly, don't walk away.
On JS8 call. I had a Raspberry Pi I was trying to do this on, but it was giving me some difficulty. But apparently the rig is working. It just needed to be on my laptop to set up properly.
Well, very cool. Very cool. So he's doing a little bit of everything out here. Kelly. Hi. Kelly is on the main channel. I did a little interview there. Kelly is interested in the ham radio. So tell your story. Why are you interested in the ham radio?
Well, my mom, my sister, and I were commemorating my stepfather's death, and we were thinking about things that we could do that would bring up his memory that he enjoyed a little bit more. He really spoiled the girls in his life, so we were all thinking about it, and one of the things was his ham radio hobby, but he was military, so I think it was more than a hobby, to tell you the truth. But we figured we'd get into it, and so that we could keep him alive in our lives and bring in a new generation. My son, we feel is going to be very interested, and I'm more excited about him getting into the tinkering side because that's where his brain goes, while I'm interested in the communication side. So.
Yeah, that's me too. I'm a practical application guy, so.
It is, I mean, so far it's been really fun, and I'm only barely skimmed. Like, I've gone through a little bit of the book, started studying, and of course the rigs look really fun with all their buttons.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I will say this, study the question, study only the correct answer, don't read the incorrect answers.
Right, don't confuse your brain.
And then all of a sudden, when you sit down for the test, those correct answers aren't going to be the only ones that jump out at you. So, so that's how that was how I did it. So I always kind of tell Jug on my extra test, there was a Chevy Chef filter has a ripple in the passband and a sharp cutoff, and 141 degrees was the correct answer. I don't remember what the question was, but I got it right. So
I get that. I do the keywords. I have a keyword data bank that, oh, this keyword goes with this answer. So I hope to rely on that a little bit. But out here has been a lot more educational than the book is. Honestly, the book is very dry, and people are a lot better at explaining it to non-technical people.
There's one thing I tell everybody that's getting an amateur radio is study to the test. But that's not how you're going to learn.
No.
That's just to make you pass the test. The only way you're really going to learn is join a ham club and be surrounded around ham radio and people that are operating it. So.
Well, I can tell you that's definitely the way to go after today, and today's a light day, so it's been pretty awesome out here, though.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it, and sorry I had to stick the camera in your face a second time, but you got some golden things to share there, so thank you very much.
That's a really cool rig there.
All right, thank you.
Keeps it nice and steady. I'm
Yeah.
going to go ahead and walk up and see more.
All right.
I know he was new. I hadn't seen him. I got to see him. And I haven't talked to one of the guys over here. So
All right, well, get on YouTube and start watching us. You'll learn a lot more with us.
I absolutely will be. I haven't gotten into YouTube too much. I keep my kids off of it. It's banned on our Wi-Fi. We don't allow YouTube in-house, so I'll have to allow some of our units.
All right, there you go. All right, well, we're headed up. I think there was one more radio I need to see, and then we'll go ahead and end the stream here. It is a smaller group this year, but we had some bad storms, so everybody thought we were going to be totally covered up in dust. And we aren't. I mean, there's dust on the tables and things like that, but we're doing a lot better than we were before. So here we go. One last radio. And oh wait, there's another radio here. Oh no, that's the same one from earlier.
I'll put her out next week. I think you hunted her.
I have. We like her.
Yeah. I think
we like her.
Caught her a little too fast at times. So
No,
I need to make it more difficult.
No,
it's okay.
No. Don't do the Bob Broman version of that. That one was. It would take me hours to find that thing.
Do you mind? We are live right
All
now.
right.
We are live streaming. So tell us who you are and your rig here.
All right. I am Wilson Little, November Tango 5 Alpha Tango, and this is my Potago box. It is built around the 891. It has a 30 amp hour battery in it. The main power powers the radio, the amp meter, and 2 independently powered fans. You don't really use the fans for SSB, but for FT8 you'll need 1 or 2 on. This box here is for ventilation and storage when you pack it up. The auxiliary power goes over to the USB and this top power pole, and then the bottom input is for solar input. It's directly to the battery, and it supplements the power to the battery. I run a resonant antenna, which is currently being used elsewhere, but I like having a match around just in case I can't get it resonant, and it also acts as a storage place for my headphones when I pack it up. So it's just a little hidden storage spot. To fully utilize the 891, I think you need the Yaesu remote, which allows for voice keying and CW keying. So that's built into the box as well. We do POTA.
So that's your macros, basically.
That is macros. Voice keyer, which is just plays the recording of your previously recorded voice. For example, this one says CQ POTA. This is November Tango 5 Alpha Tango. This one says QRZ when I'm done. So if you're, you don't use as much of your own voice to get it out.
Right.
Does the same thing for CW. This box is called the Second Op box. It's something I built. It allows a single input into the radio mics to have two mics going in. When you push to talk this mic, you activate the push to talk actually on the radio, and you disable this mic, and then vice versa. When he pushes push to talk, his remains active, but he disables the other mic. It allows two operators to sit next to one another and do POTA without passing back and forth the mic.
And that's amazing. That's an amazing thing. I haven't seen before. I'm sure it's been around a while, but I just never seen it. So show us your antenna setup.
The antenna is pretty. The antenna or the solar?
No, I was just pointing to the solar
Okay.
panel on the way. That was an ADD moment.
Okay, so the antenna, I find the 17.5-foot whip to be highly effective. It's nothing more than a CB mount, a CB mount on a nail for getting it into the ground. All that does is provide stability. And then I use 4 gangs of 5 wires, so a total of 20 radios, 16 feet 8 inches long. And you can tune anything from 20 up to 6 meters with that setup. And then with a small extension and a coil, you can add in 40 meters, which I also have and do use.
Okay. Well, very cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And lots of ideas out here. Lots of neat setups. And let me switch the screen here to front camera. And I appreciate y'all coming in. The audience has been going up and down, up and down. Colin, we were expecting power outages as well, so I'm glad you're back into civilization with power, and I hope it stays that way for a while. Our power grid's kind of aging a little bit in my area of the town, so they're really working on beefing that back up. But thanks, guys, for joining me. We're almost at an hour here, and I think that is quite a bit. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. But for now, y'all take care, be safe, bye. Trying to shut off. Here we go. Bye, y'all.